Lionsgate, full moon in Capricorn. That is what we have going on this week, my friend. Stay tuned because this is your energy forecast for the week where we're having this really beautiful energy with our Lionsgate portal opened and our full moon, the power of manifestation this week, my friend. That is what we are talking about today. Hey, Danny C. Muniz here, your spiritual designer, helping you find clarity on your spiritual journey. One of my favorite things to do is to help people understand, remember, realign back to who they are through the astrological lens so that we can clear away all those generational paradigms, ancestral lines, the societal lines, belief systems, paradigms that are stopping us from really being who we truly are so that we can design a life that truly honors who we are. That is what we are here to do today with our energy forecast so that we can know what is going on in our world, right? Know what is happening in our sky and how it is affecting us so that we can take this information and use it to our advantage, right? So we work with the energy and not against it. So we understand we're not going crazy. This is just a temporary thing that is happening in our sky. All right, so if you are new here, these come out every single week generally on Monday. Don't hold me to it. I'm doing my best to get these out on Mondays for you so that you can know what is going on for the week. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell to turn on notifications because sometimes I do send them. I do send the email out a little bit later. You can also join our email list where I have other things that I talk about throughout the week. You'll get to know when current things are happening, offers, and extra bonuses that I only send to my email list. All right, my friend. So let me share my screen. Let's get into this. Okay, here we go. And away we go. All right, so you can see right here in our chart, we have our moon. So this chart is a little bit different the way that they show this moon. We are showing at 77%. We can see that we are almost at our full moon, which is this week on Thursday, August 11th. In Capricorn, yes, in Sidereal Astrology, our moon will be in Capricorn at the time that it is big and beautiful at its 100%. So we are in a Capricorn full moon. Okay, let's get into this. So let me tell you where our moon is going to be this week. As you can see, we begin our week in the energy of Sagittarius. Sagittarius is our energy of growth and expansion, pushing past the boundaries, right? Being able to have that crystal clear focus to shoot our arrow where it is that we want to go. And what I love about this energy this week is with Lionsgate, right? It's at its peak on August 8th, right? But we've been in this energy, this portal has opened back on July 27th. So we've already been it for quite a bit and we'll be in it for quite a bit longer, for another about 10, 11 days. So as we're in this energy, that is really powerful energy, which I'll talk about in a second. We're in this energy right now. Our moon is in Sagittarius, which is all about that growth, right? And really getting crystal clear on that focus, on our direction, on where we're going. So you might find Monday and Tuesday, this is our fire sign. So it's that action energy, that motivation, that really expanding your viewpoint, expanding your horizons for what it is that you are wishing to call in this next season. All right. So then on Tuesday, we'll be in that energy. And then you'll see on Wednesday, we advance into we're at 92 degrees. Our moon does move into Capricorn. So I really love this because, as I said, right, it's that expansion, that growth, that direction. Now we take that with our Capricorn energy and we create our beautiful plan. You see, Capricorn understands the importance of long-term work and dedication to something. It is not that fleeting energy of like, okay, I'm good and moving on. No, Sagittarius understands, Saturn, which is Capricorn energy, understands the plan, understands there's things got to happen, that delayed gratification that is going to get us to our goal, into where we are going, into what we want and desire, right? So we've set our arrow, our path with our Sagittarius energy, and now we're grounding it in with our plan, with the way that we want to go about doing this. Okay, so from here, we're going to go ahead and move into our next day, which you can see we're at 100%, our full moon here in Capricorn. So our full moon here in Capricorn, it actually will be at 8:36 p.m. Central, so 6:36 for my Pacific friends, and our Eastern friends, it will be 9:36 p.m. for you. So this will be in our evening. And it is going to be in Capricorn. So again, we'll have this energy Wednesday and Thursday, and I'll talk about our full moon in just a bit. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to Friday. You'll see we moved out and moved into Aquarius. On Friday, Saturday, we will be in our Aquarius energy. And Aquarius is more of that intellectual, more of that intelligence, that mental thinking. So you may find that now we've set our direction, we've grounded in our plan, and now we are getting connected to it by what are the things that we're going to do? How are we going to do this our way? How are we going to do it this way, the way we choose to do it? You know, Aquarius is that rebellion energy. It's wanting to do it the way I want to do it, not the way you want to do it, not the way you've done it, but the way I want to do it. And I definitely am excited for this energy, because when I think about, you know, what I'm setting my arrow at with this Lion's Gate portal, with this full moon, what I'm releasing and what I'm calling in, I'm looking at, how am I doing this my way? How am I doing it the way that feels right for me? You know, there's tons of people out there saying it's got to be done this way or that way, and this is the way that works, right? But there's a way that works for you. And that is what this is actually calling us in to do, to let go of the way things may have been, or the way people have gotten to a certain point that way. But it's really asking yourself, what is my way? What is my way of doing this thing? How do I want to do this? And so we really can tune into that energy on Friday and Saturday. And then on Sunday, we'll bring it all to a close with our beautiful energy of Pisces. Pisces is our emotional energy. It is more of that watery type, flowy energy. It's our spiritual sign. It's the most spiritual sign of all the zodiac. It's also the sign of endings, right? So it's like we bring this beautiful, we set our arrow, we create our plan, we figure out how we're going to do it our way, and then we end it, we seal it in, and we release it, we let it go, right? We don't hold on and like, oh, it's going to be this way, it's going to come just exactly as I'm planning it out. No, we release it and say, okay, universe, God, divine, whatever you believe, like, it's in your hands. I'm ready, right? I'm ready. I'm open. I'm ready to receive this. So really beautiful flow of energy this week. I'm super excited for it. So let's get into Lion's Gate. Okay, so Lion's Gate is anytime we have, right? Well, let me go back here for a second. There are tons of portals that are opened, right? These are just energetic openings, right, that we have throughout the year. They happen with eclipses, they happen with other certain alignments in our sky. Now, Lion's Gate gets a lot of attention, and it should so, because it is a bigger portal, right? There's tons of smaller portals that happen throughout our year, but this one is really quite a big one. And being with our full moon this week, even more powerful. And some of the other alignments I'm going to talk about really quick. And I want to also say here that, you know, this energy, right, we get to use it how we feel fit. So there may be people telling you, you got to do this, you got to do that. My friend, do what is right for you. Do what you feel you're being called to do. Tune into you and ask yourself, what is it that I want to do? How do I want to work with this energy, right? No worries if you don't do it on the day, if you do it on this day, like don't even worry about that. You do you, my friend, okay? So the other really beautiful thing about this particular Lion's Gate is that the Lion's Gate is the alignment of our sun and the brightest star, Sirius. Okay, so you may know this star from biblical times. In particular, this was the star that the three wise men followed to find baby Jesus. So this is known as our spiritual sun, right? This is the star that guided us to, right, Jesus. And who is Jesus? The Son of God, right? So from that biblical reference, this we're seen as the spiritual sun. There's a really big connection to our biblical teachings with this, right? So for those of you that are religious or follow the Bible, right, this is a really beautiful time, right, of connecting with that energy. So our sun, who is our, right, who is our center of our universe, right, and then our spiritual sun kind of coming together. Do you see why this is such a beautiful time and a powerful time, right? These are the alignment, right, of such beautiful spiritual energy. And so now Lionsgate, let's talk about Lion, right? Now our tropical friends, right, they'll tell us that we are in the Leo season, right? Now, those of you that follow Sidereal with me know that we are not. We're still in Cancer season, right? As we look at our chart here, where is our sun? Our sun is still in Cancer. And so, because it is in Cancer, it's for us, it's not really Lion in that sense, right? Because with tropical, we're talking about Leo. And Leo, right? What's the archetype for Leo? The lion. So with us, we're not really, it's, to me, I'm fine with calling it Lionsgate. Not a big deal to me. I know other people like, nope. I'm fine with it. I know that it's not the Leo energy, that it is more of this really beautiful time, really beautiful portal that happens to be in Cancer, right? That happens to be in that intuitive, in that emotional, that nurturing and supportive energy. So I can think about it from the standpoint of, how am I nurturing and supporting myself? Like, what bigger and grander way can I do this, right? How can I reconnect to my spirituality, right? Or expand my spirituality, my practices, my way of being, right? So I really think that this is, and personally, I don't really care what it's called. I just think I'm just going to work with the energy, right? I don't know about you, but I feel like I'm just going to work with the energy. So the other thing that I wanted to pull in here is, when we look at numerology, right, we take this date and we get it down to 22. Now, I'm not going to talk about 22, but I want you to go and look up the number 22. It's a very interesting number that has so many synchronicities in spirituality. So I would definitely go take a look at that. But what I really want to talk about is when we take that down even further, we get to the number 4. And so when we look at the major arcana in Tarot, we are talking about the Emperor. The Emperor, and I should have had my deck here and I don't, but the Emperor is number 4 in the major arcana in Tarot. And the Emperor is all about stability, power, logic, right? It's the conviction, the authority. I want you to think about that. Where are you standing in your power? Where are you stable in your power? Could we expand that? Maybe there's an aspect of your life that you are super powerful in, that you are super stable in. How can we expand that out to the other areas, right? Let's say you're super powerful at work. Maybe you're like the master at work, but your relationships, your home life, well, that could use some work, right? Or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe you're super powerful in your home life and your relationships, but not so much in your work, or maybe not so much in your health, maybe not so much in your money, right? So we can look at the different aspects of ourselves and say, where am I powerful? Where am I most powerful? And maybe we can use this Lion's Gate and this full moon energy to release, right, those parts of us that are no longer in tune with the power we are stepping into, the power we are ready to call in, our own power. We can also use this energy to call back our power. Where have you lost your power, my friend? Where have you given it up? Where do we need to call it back, right? We want to call back our power with this energy. So I thought that was super, super interesting when I read it, and I was like, ooh, I love this, right? So where can you call back that power? Where can you call back that authority with self? Because in order for anything to change in our lives, right? Our relationships, our friendships, our work, our money, any of it, our health, we have to first take back our power. We have to first be in our power, align with our power, so that we can do that. If you want to see change in the world, it starts with you. It starts with you owning your own power. Then we can move on and help others, okay? So my friend, call back your power. All right, full moon. Let's talk about the full moon. Actually, before I talk about the full moon, I want to talk about our oil of the week, because I think this really fits in with our Lion's Gate, with where our moon is going right now, and our full moon. So I want to share with you, and I'm going to open it because I just got it. I'm so excited. I have not opened this. I'm like, this is how it came in the package. I just took it out of the box and was like, okay, I'm going to share this with you. So I'm opening it up. Our oil of the week, and I picked the wrong one. This one's cilantro. I got my refill on cilantro, which is a really great oil too. It's the oil of releasing control, which, hello, who else needs that in our life? I'm gonna look in my box here. Oh no, did I not get it? Oh my God, let me just check, make sure. Oh no, I didn't get it. I was over here ready to like share it with you, and I didn't get it. Bummer. All right, well, I'm going to have to let them know I did not get mine. Okay, well, our oil of the week, even though I didn't have that grand, which I was going to have, that grand, showing, revealing. Our oil of the week is Red Mandarin. So the reason why I love Red Mandarin, and I can't wait till I get it and smell it, is it invites us to have a childlike perspective. Yes, it is the unique perspective that is through the lens of a child. Now, I want you to think about this. When you were younger, do you remember how curious you were? How everything was just so new to you and so exciting, and you just wanted to learn about it. I remember when my nephew was little. He was born when I was a freshman in high school. So by the time he was like talking and I could take him around, right? He was like 4, right? 3, 4. And so I was a senior in high school. So he would be in the back, right? In the back of the car, and I'd be driving, and he would be like, Thea,
How come the sky is blue? Thea, how come the clouds look like this? Thea, how come the birds, like he would just ask me so many questions. He was so curious. And I would sit there, I'd look, you know, in the mirror and I'd be like, I don't know, right? I answered some of his questions. You know, I knew some of the answers. I didn't know all the answers. And so like, that's a really great question. Let's go look it up, right? And we'd go look it up. And it was just such a beautiful time for me to see, right, how that curiosity could play a role in my life. It was my very first, like, I will never forget the times that I had with him in the back. I mean, he's 20 something now. So I remember him though being in the back seat in those times where he would just ask so many questions, and I loved it, right? I loved it. And I always told him, stay curious, like ask those questions. You know, sometimes people would get annoyed with him, and I'm like, no, let him ask those questions. And until this day, he is a super, super curious man. Let me just tell you. And I love it. So I want you to like think about how you can remain in that childlike perspective and how that can serve you. I know that whenever I'm taking a new class, whenever I'm learning something new or entering a new environment, I stay curious. I stay in that energy of what is this and why is this and how is this happening, and just stay curious about things. You know, when I first started learning the Akashic records, I started opening the Akashic records. I had a fantastic teacher who I finally resonated with, and she was sharing, you know, these things, and I was just so curious. I kept asking questions, and then she would say, you know, go in the records and ask. And so then I was like, okay, let me go in the records and ask. And I just keep asking questions because I was so curious, like how things worked and why was this and that. And it's just so different when you approach something, even if you've learned something before, even if you've been through the situation before, but you remain curious to what else is possible, right? Even if I'm retaking a class, I'm actually retaking a light language class that I've taken before, but I wanted to take it again because I know that there's more for me to expand in that. I know there's more for me to learn. And even though I know all the things, right? I know them, I've used them, I do them, but I want to be back in that environment to be curious again, to allow myself to expand that even more and discover new things about it, right? Because I'm a different person and I'm in a different place. So we can really use Red Mandarin, wherever you may be, to do that for us, right? To help us be in that. So if you are a parent, and you know, sometimes we get stuck, right? We get stuck in the way things should be and the way we should work with our children and the way like our children should behave and all that good stuff. Red Mandarin can definitely help us in our parenting to remember that curiosity, to remember to stay open, right? As they're growing and changing and learning. You know, the other really beautiful thing is it can help us remember that innocence of childhood, that innocence of just exploring. And I love that. And I'm so excited to work with Red Mandarin. I'd highly recommend. It's actually one of the oils I recommend for Leo season, which we're about to step into next week. And if you haven't heard already, I don't know if I've announced it here on the channel yet, but I'm being called, and I've been called for a while. And so I finally found a way that I wanted to do this, and working with our zodiacal seasons, meaning when our sun moves into a particular sign, such as Leo next week, we can work with that energy for our growth, for our personal development. Part of the things that I say at the very beginning of this video is stripping away those societal paradigms, those generational paradigms, those ancestral paradigms, and really honoring who you are. And so we are going to honor our Leo energy. We're going to learn about our own Leo energy. We're going to strip away, we're going to heal with our ego. We're going to do some healings around our ego. We're going to do some work with our inner child, because Leo definitely rules that inner child, that childlike energy, which is why Red Mandarin is something I highly, highly recommend. And if you are a wholesale customer with doTERRA, this month, when you place 125 PV order on that LRP, that loyalty rewards order, you're going to get Red Mandarin for free. I don't know about you, but I'm excited to get free things and an absolutely free oil. It's one of the really beautiful things that when you're a loyal customer with doTERRA, that you actually get a free product of the month. I get a free oil every single month. It's absolutely amazing. So Red Mandarin is the oil this month. So when you place an order before the 15th of the month, get that Red Mandarin, my friend, because this is what we're going to work with in Leo. And for this Honor Your Leo season, your Leo energy, it's a 4-week class, 4-part class where we're going to do this inner child work. We're going to work with our ego because our ego is our amigo, is our friend. We want to befriend our ego. So we're going to work with our ego. We're going to call back some curiosity, creativity, some fun and play in our lives. If you've gotten so stuck in like the day-to-day and you want to bring in some more fun and playfulness in your life, this is the absolute workshop for you. We're going to meet on Wednesday nights, 7 p.m. Central. So click the link down. You can check down in the description box to learn more. I have 2 offerings with that. You can buy our Leo season kit, which I put together. You're absolutely going to love every single oil in that. And it really is to help amplify that Leo energy as we work with it. Or you can pay just for the class. Either way, you'll get to join us. So go ahead and look down in the description. You'll find all the information there. Okay, so let's talk about full moon in Capricorn. Our full moon, as we said, takes place on August 11th, as we saw in our beautiful chart here. I'm like, where's my cursor? There we go. Let's go back to the 11th. And as we can see here, we are close, right? We're conjunct our Saturn. And here we go, opposition our sun, which is what constitutes a full moon, right? The opposition of the sun and the moon. We also have this connection over here with Uranus and Mars. So these guys are all playing a role with this full moon. So this full moon, there's a lot going on here. But what I really see here is that this is a really beautiful time for us to release those old karmic relationships, patterns, ways of being that no longer serve us. And this is for good. This is like done, out the door. Like this is, Uranus is that, again, that rebellion energy, that wanting to do things differently. And with it being connected with Mars right now, man, that's our willpower, that's our drive. And so this connection here is really pushing us to do something different. It's like something's got to give, and it's ready to give. There's a lot of frustration that I've been hearing from people recently. There's just a lot of like, oh, I'm just tired, I'm just done. It's like, I've hit my point. This is what this energy is. It's like you've hit that wall and you're like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm done with it. I need to change something up. This right friend right here is where we can do that. So I want you to think about how, like, first off, what is it that needs changing? What is it that's like, I'm done with the way that this has always been done, or the way I've always done it, or the way people think it should be done, whatever that is for you, right? What is that? And then, like, what do I need to release? What do I need to let go? What do I need to say goodbye to, right? And put that down. Maybe you journal that out, right, before you set your intention, and then get really, really clear on what it is that you want to call in with this Lionsgate, call in with this full moon, because we've got this really beautiful energy, right, that we can work with. So my friend, there's going to be some things happening. I can guarantee that. But I want you to know that this is really calling us in to have that discipline, to have that long-term, like knowing that gratification, the delayed gratification, right? That I'm doing the work now for where it is that I'm going. And with this Lionsgate portal, with this full moon connection, right? This is where have you ever heard of them saying time jumping or collapsing time, right? This is where we can speed things up. So the more clear you are about what it is you desire, what it is you're ready to call into, what it is you're stepping into now, the better. The better that God, the universe, the divine can work its magic to align things for you. So, my friend, get crystal clear on what it is that you desire, and then set your intention. All right, so that is, whoa, that is it for us today. This was our energy for the week. Remember, if you want to get that red mandarin, make sure that you can only get it. So just so you know, from doTERRA right now, you can only get it when you place a 125 PV order on your loyalty rewards, and you'll get that free, right? And you can also, so if you're interested in joining our Honor Your Leo Energy, I would love to have you, would love to work with you. You'll get a chart. We'll go through your Leo energy. Oh, I didn't even talk about the bonuses in here. So the bonuses for this class, you're going to get a Leo transit reading from me. You'll get this, it'll be a reading that I do, that I share with you all about what this Leo energy, this Leo season is for you in particular, as well as a solar plexus healing. So our solar plexus, right? It's the chakra just above our belly button. We'll say in that area. That is our power, my friend. So we're going to do some healing around that. We're going to call back our energy. We're going to heal whatever's been, whatever's blocking it, so we can get that moving again, so we can really own and be stable in our power. I'm so excited for this, my friend. So click the link down below, whether you're purchasing the Leo season kit and joining our doTERRA family, or you are purchasing the class. Either way, I can't wait to have you and joining us. There's already, I think we already have a few people. I think we have about 6 people already joined. So I'm super excited. I would love to see you in class. All right, my friend, that wraps it up for this week. This has been your energy forecast for August 8th through the 14th, all about Lionsgate, all about our full moon. My friend, enjoy the rest of your day, and remember, close your eyes and take a deep breath. And find